All right, guys. So let's see. Luigi Maglione. That's his name. Um, let's see. Luigi. Hold on. Let me just get this. Hold on 1 second. All right. So Luigi Maglione, he has been captured, and he is a strong person of interest in this UnitedHealthcare shooting involving CEO Brian Thompson. They're learning a lot about Luigi Maglione. He was a high school valedictorian. He's ID'd as a person of interest in the CEO killing. So police arrested 26-year-old man on Monday on firearm charges and publicly identified him as a person of interest in the killing of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The executive gunned down on a busy Midtown Manhattan sidewalk last week. New York police said that the man was being held in Altoona, Pennsylvania, after an employee, get this, at McDonald's, thought he looked suspicious and called the police. At this time, he is believed to be a person of interest in this brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare. Tish identified the person of interest as Luigi Maglione. The commissioner said he had a 3-page manifesto on his person that speaks to the possible alleged motivation and mindset of the killing. Maglione has not been charged in Thompson's death as of yet. We don't think that there's any specific threats of other people mentioned in the document, but it does seem that he has some ill will towards corporate American Chief of Detectives Joey Kinney said. Once at the police station, police said officers discovered the man had a gun similar to the one used in Thompson's killing, as well as a silencer and a fake New Jersey ID. The suspected gunman allegedly used a fake New Jersey ID when checked into the Manhattan hostel last week. Two senior law enforcement officials said that the man in Altoona being questioned had the name Mark Rosario on his fake New Jersey ID. 3 sources familiar with the matter said the suspect gunman checked into a hostel using a fake ID with the name Mark Rosario. Maglione graduated in 2016 as a valedictorian from Gilman School, an all-boys high school in Baltimore, Maryland. A spokesman for the University of Pennsylvania confirmed Maglione graduated in 2020 with a bachelor's and master's in computer science. Police said the 26-year-old was born and raised in Maryland and has ties to San Francisco and a last known address in Honolulu, Hawaii. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to what they're saying about him.
Good afternoon, and I'm joined here today by our Chief of Detectives and the Police Commissioner and Chief of Department because we have a strong person of interest in the shooting that shook our city last week. CEO Brian Thompson of UnitedHealthcare was the victim of a senseless act of violence. Our officers have been working around the clock. Many of them did not go home to pursue this individual. It was crucial that we were able to remove him off the streets of America, and we were going to seek him out no matter where he was at the time. And so this is a strong person of interest. The police commissioner and chief of detectives will go over where we are right now in the investigation. He matches the description of the identification we've been looking for. He's also in possession of several items that we believe will connect him to this incident. How did we do it? Good old-fashioned police work. The chief of detectives and the police commissioner made the decision to release as much of a photo that we had at the time. We sent it across the country, and someone, a McDonald's employee, did something we ask every American to do. If you see something, say something, but most importantly, do something. And they did. And because of that, we believe we have a strong person of interest to deal with this case. I want to now turn it over to the police commissioner of the city of New York, Commissioner Tisch.
And here's my question. Will that McDonald's worker get that money, that reward money?
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone. Earlier this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, members of the Altoona Police Department arrested Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old male, on firearms charges. At this time, he is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare, last Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan. The suspect was in a McDonald's and was recognized by an employee who then called local police. Responding officers questioned the suspect, who was acting suspiciously and was carrying multiple fraudulent IDs as well as a U.S. passport. Upon further investigation, officers recovered a firearm on his person, as well as a suppressor, both consistent with the weapon used in the murder. They also recovered clothing, including a mask consistent with those worn by our wanted individual. Also recovered was a fraudulent New Jersey ID, matching the ID our suspect used to check into his New York City hostel before the shooting incident. Additionally, officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset. NYPD detectives are en route to Pennsylvania as we seek to interview the subject further.
You know what I don't get? Why did he didn't throw the gun away? Why keep the gun on him? Or did he plan to target other people?
This apprehension is thanks to the tireless work of the greatest detectives in the world, and of course, the strong relationships we have with our local law enforcement partners. On every level, local, state, and federal, we all serve the same public safety mission. And this case, which captured the attention of an entire nation, is another example of how connected we are and how important it is to work together, share information, and pursue every lead. For just over 5 days, our NYPD investigators combed through thousands of hours of video, followed up on hundreds of tips, and processed every bit of forensic evidence, DNA, fingerprints, IP addresses, and so much more to tighten the net. We deployed drones, canine units, and scuba divers. We leveraged the domain awareness system, Argus cameras, and conducted aviation canvasses. And our detectives also went door to door, interviewing potential witnesses and doing the good old-fashioned police work that our investigators are famous for.
Okay, that's good and all. They did all of that. They employed drones. They had all this, they had all that, but it took a McDonald's employee to catch them. All right.
This combination of old school detective work and new age technology is what led to this result today. And we must also acknowledge the instrumental role the media and the public played in this case. The images that we shared with the public were spread far and wide, and the tips we received.
Yeah, they shouldn't be like bragging. They didn't catch him. It was a McDonald's employee in Altoona, Pennsylvania, that is the reason why he got caught. Not the drones, not all the hours that you guys did, nothing. So I want that person to get that reward.
shift led to the recovery of crucial evidence. We should never underestimate the power of the public to be our eyes and our ears in these investigations. This is the third time in 3 weeks.
You know what they're going to say? You know what his alibi going to be? He's crazy. He went crazy. That's the alibi. He lost his mind.
That a member of the public has seen something and said something and done something that led to a high-profile arrest. The triple stabbing homicide in Manhattan, the gunpoint robberies in Queens during which an NYPD officer was shot, and now this. Now, the case will continue through the criminal justice process, and while we are proud of today's accomplishment, we must, of course, remember that a family is in mourning. I want to again extend my sympathies to Brian's family, his co-workers, and all who knew him. Finally, I want to thank the women and men of the NYPD, especially our Detective Bureau personnel, with a strong assist from our intelligence analysts. We also thank the SAC of the FBI's Criminal Investigative Division, Leslie Rodriguez-Bekshies, and I want to commend the staff of the Manhattan DA's office, and especially DA Alvin Bragg.
That's cool. I want to commend the person at McDonald's. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm sorry. Your police work did not work. It was, I could see if y'all, like, your police work apprehended him. No. It was the person at McDonald's that should be getting all the praise and the accolades right now.
He has been working with us 24/7 on
well,
this.
He's been working 24/7. I get it, but the employee, okay, should be offered a job in the at y'all service. He should be offered a job, he or she.
Case, and I am incredibly grateful for his partnership. I'll now pass it along to our great chief of detectives, Joe Kenny, who will provide additional information. Chief.
Tax-free.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good afternoon. As the Commissioner stated earlier, a male was taken into custody today in Altoona, Pennsylvania this morning. He has been identified as Luigi Nicholas Mangione. He's a male, 26 years old. He was born and raised in Maryland. We know he has ties to San Francisco, California, and his last known address was Honolulu, Hawaii. He has no prior arrest history in New York. Members of the NYPD Detective Bureau are currently traveling to Pennsylvania with members of the Manhattan District Attorney's Office to interview this subject. This case was brought to a successful conclusion based on the coordinated effort between numerous NYPD units, including the Intelligence and Counterterrorism Bureau, our federal partners at the FBI, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, and of course, members of the Altoona Police Department in Pennsylvania. On Thursday...
No. It was the McDonald's employee. Okay, he or she has to be named as the hero here for capturing this guy. She know. Look how she looking. She know. Let me put on the Summer Jam screen. Hold on. Look. She know. She said, we ain't do this. We didn't do this. We didn't know where he was. Okay? Stop the cap. As they say, stop the cap. Y'all, it was the McDonald's employee. And you know the crazy thing is, that's what caught the DC sniper. It was a regular person that saw him sleeping in the car. It's always somebody in the community that would catch him.
One day after this crime was committed, the NYPD released a photo of the shooter in this case. This picture was obtained by the NYPD during one of their extensive video canvasses. We took that photograph and we asked for the public's help in identifying this subject, and the public responded. Hundreds of tips began to pour into our hotline. Each tip was investigated thoroughly, and we began to release additional photographs as they came into our possession. The NYPD provided these photos to numerous media outlets. Local, national, and international outlets released the photo via television, print, social media, and online content. Luckily, a citizen in Pennsylvania recognized our subject and called local law enforcement. Members of the Altoona Police Department responded to the call, and based on their investigation, they notified the NYPD. This investigation is still active and ongoing. Thank you very much.
So his name, I pronounce this Mangione. Okay, Luigi Mangione. So he got caught. You said they won't say white male. Well, we know we could clearly see it. So
I had a couple of questions about the document that he was found in possession with. Can you go a little bit more in depth about those motivations that you mentioned? Was that CEO specifically named in that document? Was there anything more about him wanting to go after others? And also in that document, was there any indication that explains us how the level of detail that he went into killing him? Like, is there anything?
Like I said, that document is currently in the possession of the Altoona Police Department as part of their investigation. But just from briefly speaking with them, we don't think that there's any specific threats to other people mentioned in that document. But it does seem that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
Over here, sir.
MJ?
Chief, was the suspect wearing a mask at the time he was spotted in the McDonald's? And also, criminal cases often have a linchpin. Can you point to a single linchpin that helped crack this case?
There's numerous linchpins in this case, in the fact that we've recovered an enormous amount of forensic evidence, an enormous amount of video, and once again, with your help and the public's help. So I really couldn't put it on one thing, but if I had to, it would be the release of that photograph from the media.
You said he had a passport on him. Do you believe he was trying to flee the country? And also, are you still looking for any evidence in Central Park in regards to the bike?
We had divers in the water yesterday that came up negative results. The passport, we don't believe that he was planning on doing any traveling at this time. We don't think at this point in our investigation, we don't think he was trying to flee the country.
The person at the McDonald's, were they buying food? What were they doing at that exact moment?
He was an employee at the McDonald's.
Right. But what was the suspect doing?
He was sitting there eating.
Will the suspect be brought back to New York and charged here? And when?
We're going to have to work that out with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office in Altoona, Pennsylvania. He's going to be facing gun charges there. And at some point, we'll work out through extradition to bring him back to New York to face charges here, working with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office.
Hi, Anita from the New York Post. I was just hoping to get more details on the capture itself. Did he put up a fight? Did he say anything to cops? And we've also reported that he published online anti-health care industry rantings. Can you share with us some of the services that he posted on?
We're still working through his social media. We're going to do a complete scrub of that. Preliminarily, like I said, he seems that he has some ill will toward corporate America, but that will all come out as part of our investigation. We're not done here. We're still going to be putting this together. We're still going to be working very hard to bring this to a successful conclusion.
And the capture itself, did he put up a fight? Did he say anything to police?
I don't have that information.
Can you elaborate on how he got there, the path he took from Port Authority and on the George Washington Bridge to Altoona, PA?
Same thing. This just happened this morning. We'll be backtracking his steps from New York to Altoona, Pennsylvania.
I was going to ask if we knew anything, if he took a bus to Philadelphia first and then somehow got to Altoona. But
We're still working on that. We're still working through that.
Is there any indication that anybody else was helping him from the inside, as far as tracking the CEO's movements?
Well, once again, we're still working this investigation very hard. It's not at its conclusion yet. That could come out during our investigation, but as of right now, we have no indication that took place.
Chief, did he have any weapons or anything like that with him when he was arrested?
He was in possession of a ghost gun that had the capability of firing a 9mm round and a suppressor.
okay, so now we know what type of gun. It was a ghost gun, a 3D printed gun. That's what he used. I know the gun looked unusual, so yeah. And a lot of people were trying to figure out what type of gun it was. It was a 3D printed gun.
Can you get into a little bit about the technical aspects of the investigation? I know you deployed an unprecedented amount of technology. You also activated the Sentry program through Intel. Can you talk about how that is going to play into actually building the case as far as cell phone and all of the other technical aspects of what you've done?
In this case, it really came down to technology was the use of drones in Central Park, and really comes down to the video canvas that we did. We used every source of video that we could collect, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours from hundreds of sources, and that helped bring this to where we are right now.
The gun is it believed to be the gun used in the shooting? And there was some talk that it was a veterinarian type gun. Is that accurate?
No, as of right now, the information we're getting from Altoona is that the gun appears to be a ghost gun, may have been made on a 3D printer. The capability of firing a 9mm round, obviously that will come out during our ballistics testing.
Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver Barnes from the Financial Times. Do you have any indication like how long this handwritten, is it a handwritten manifesto that you found on the suspect? And then also whether or not he put it online at all?
Don't know if it's online. As of right now, it's a handwritten 3-page document.
Chief, does he have ties to that area, and was he someone who you knew by name before his arrest?
We believe he may have attended college in Pennsylvania, but like I said earlier, he has ties to Maryland and California and Hawaii.
And you knew him by name before today. Was his name on your radar?
Excuse me?
Was his name on your radar? Was he someone who you had been looking into before his arrest?
No, we did not have his name prior to today.
See, that's what I'm saying. They didn't have any information prior to the McDonald's employee. So I just want to say shout out to the McDonald's employee because you cracked it. You cracked it wide open. He had his passport on him, which makes me feel like he was going to leave the country. So the McDonald's employee got to get the money.
Any prior arrests? I know there were none for New York City, but is there any prior arrests anywhere else in the country?
We have not come across any arrests in the country.
Chief, hi, how are you? On two things. On the ghost gun, is it something you're going to be looking into to see if he made it himself and can he make that himself, or is that would he have to buy the gun the way it was?
No, once again, that'll be part of our investigation as we follow up.
I mean, obviously he's going to face murder charges, but is there any chance that he could face any other charges because he was targeting the CEO and because of his writings and other things that we're now finding on him? Federal charges or
that determination will be made by Alvin Bragg.
Yes, what connections does he have in Pennsylvania that you know of? Are they in Altoona specifically?
We believe he attended college in Pennsylvania.
Does he know anybody in Pennsylvania?
Wouldn't be able to tell you that.
All right, we're gonna take one more question on the shooting, Marla, and then we're gonna go.
You talk about the manifesto having said things against corporations, but specifically UnitedHealthcare, and do you believe that Mangione acted alone?
We believe at this point, our investigation is leaning toward he was acting alone. So, like I stated earlier, we're still working through the investigation. We're not stopping today. And as far as the manifesto, like I said, I don't have the complete details of that. It's in the possession of the Altoona Police Department.
We're gonna shift to Thompson.
Yep. Good job, Chief. Commissioner?
Behold. Yeah, the McDonald's employee did the thing, man.
Details about specific lines that you can quote from this 2-page handwritten document that was found on Luigi Mangione's person. What was he writing about?
Well, he was railing against the healthcare industry, which of course fits into the scenario here. He talks about how these parasites had it coming. He starts off basically saying, I don't want to cause any trauma, but it had to be done. So a second page really kind of goes into problems with the health industry. He raises the question, why do we have the most expensive healthcare in the world, but we're 42, rated 42 in life expectancy around the world? I can't vet his facts or findings there, but it was talking about the healthcare industry and the need for violence. I mean, especially when you talk about, the opening, which is that it had to be done. These parasites, had it coming. That does kind of fit in what they're talking about. What do we know about this individual? Mr. Mangione is an engineer. He grew up in Thompson, Maryland. He's 26 years old. He graduated UPenn in 2020 and then went on to a master's program where he got that master's degree in engineering. And he has addresses, as Shimon said, in Thompson, where he grew up, in Philadelphia, where he went to school, in Honolulu, which we're still looking into. But he is strongly believed to be the suspect in this case.
It's incredibly interesting. And it also speaks to the fact that he just had Josh Campbell, you're with us now, so much on his person, according to police, from a suppressor to, they're saying it's the fake ID they believe that he used at the hostel, the New Jersey fake ID, when he was in New York, and then this manifesto talking about why he did this. That tells you a lot about his maybe expectation that ultimately this was all going to catch up with him, even as he tried to get away.
Yeah, you're spot on. And, sometimes these major incidents that start with a bang end with a whimper. We didn't see a dramatic, police takedown. What we saw is someone eating at a McDonald's who then had the police called on him and apparently taken into custody without incident. And, it's so interesting. John and I have been covering this. There was this consensus in looking at that initial surveillance video from outside that hotel that police weren't dealing with Carlos the Jackal here. You look at everything from his stance in holding that gun to the type of gun itself, to the mistakes that he had made, apparently leaving behind a water bottle and a burner phone. And so this,
So he was saying this had to be done. He said violence is needed. It has to be done. So he wasn't playing. So it seemed like it wasn't a hit. It was just someone that wanted to take matters in their own hands. And I don't know, they still didn't answer the question yet. How did he know he was going to be there and then he took that route? How did he know that? I don't know how he would know that. Something is off here. Something really is. So then he got caught at McDonald's eating. He went to the wrong McDonald's. He sure did.
This was a sophisticated job in the sense that it appeared to be planned and then executed, and then he was able to successfully flee and, escape arrest for several days. But when you look at all of that material with him on his person, whenever he is actually taken into custody, someone who had the wherewithal to plan all of this and then to escape, several law enforcement agencies would have had to have known that having all of that on his person would implicate him in this crime. As you mentioned, you have the fake ID, an ID that was matching the fake ID he used to check into that hostel. You have the mask that he had that was on these images that have been seen now around the world, and specifically the firearm itself. All of those items could have been ditched along the way as he was trying to escape, but he had them on his person. Of course, we can get into the firearms forensics if you'd like to see how that would actually play a key role here. But when you look finally at the manifesto, that you have to raise the question: is this someone who expected to be caught and didn't mind being caught eventually, particularly if he is someone who was railing against the industry in which this murder victim had worked, to have all that material on you and then to have essentially the motive, laying out the motive in these documents for police to find. Everyone, any good attorney will tell you that the best way to escape any type of serious charge such as murder is to create reasonable doubt, to have no evidence on your person, to try to fight every accusation that comes your way. That much harder when you have all of that with you as you're taken into custody. Yeah, certainly an intriguing point why he would have that kind of note on him. It speaks to some form of premeditation, at least. Josh Campbell, thank you for that. We also have with us Michael Alcazar, a retired and...
Yeah, it just don't make any sense. Why would he still have the gun on him? And I don't know. Unless he thought he was going to get in a shootout and die. Maybe he thought he was going to go out like that if they captured him. That's why he had the manifesto on him. But, yeah. And maybe that's what he thought. He's a smart guy, engineering student, master's in engineering. But, I mean, I want to know how he knew the route of that guy that was going to walk that day. How did he know? And who was he on the phone with? How did he know that? I'm not going to know the CEO whereabouts if I'm just looking on their company. You got to have somebody to tell you that. Because obviously he didn't work for the company. So who told them the route? Maybe it's more than one person involved here.
NYPD detective, and on Friday, you talked about how critical DNA evidence would be not necessarily in identifying a suspect, but tying them to the crime. And in hearing about some of these details, specifically about the water bottle that was left behind and a partial fingerprint that was on that water bottle, I'm curious how significant a piece of evidence would that be in a future prosecution?
Yeah, this is absolutely huge that we have this suspect and then we process the crime scene, you know, as best to the ability of the NYPD. We got DNA, we got fingerprints, we have the ammunition. So now hopefully we can link all that to this suspect. We were going to get DNA from him, get fingerprints off of him. The weapon, like the other person mentioned before, we can link it to the bullets because usually the barrel will have rifling. I know this is a ghost gun. Hopefully it still produces the same marks on the ammunition. So crime scene processing, the images that we put out, the Crime Stoppers tips, that's what helped solve this crime and make this arrest.
And John Miller, back to you. We're talking about why does he have all of this potential evidence on him, so much of it, but I guess there's also a question of what was the intent of the letter. In some crimes, you have people who send in their manifesto with the expectation they may or may not get caught. Do you have an idea, perhaps, what the intent could be, looking at cases like that?
Brianna, that's a really important question, and here's why. You know, when you look at the note, I do apologize for any strife or trauma, but it had to be done. These parasites had it coming. This is a single homicide we're looking at. Parasites is in the plural. And the note itself, where he says, I acted alone, I'm self-funded, it suggests two potential things here. Number one, he was expecting to be caught somehow, somewhere, and wanted the note to say, I acted alone, this was just me, and here's the why. Or the other, even darker possibility, which is he intended to keep striking and at some point was going to release this note after he killed executives from other healthcare.
That's what I'm thinking, because he said parasites. It has to be done. Man, that's scary, man. But thanks to the person at McDonald's, he wasn't able to strike again. Because I know they were hot on his trail, but it was the person that caught him. This wasn't the first time somebody was caught at McDonald's, man. You don't want to go to McDonald's after a caper. Every time I go in McDonald's, they look at me funny. They always do. Everybody's staring at me. I couldn't get away with a caper. They were like, yeah, call 911. There he go. There he go right there. There he go. Yep. As soon as I went in there, man, I had all eyes on me. They were watching.
Companies or other major corporations. We've looked at some of his other writings going back to the past on his social media and things he's posted.
You said they know something, that's why they're staring? What do they know? Literally, they were just like staring. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I just want my coffee. Just give me my coffee, man. You said, please God, let his GoFundMe page raise more than 50,000. You said he was a young crash out. Yeah, that's what it looked like. He crashed out. He did.
Posted, and he does rail against corporate America, against profiteering, against taking advantage of the consumer, and he does talk about how protest is ineffective and that violence is the next step that has to be taken. So a lot to kind of chew on there.
Wow, you hear that? He said protest that's not it. Now, here's what they have to be worried about, though. There could be a copycat out there. Like, you know what? Okay, he got the blueprint. Let me follow up on it. Let me follow up and see what I could do. So they have to worry about copycats.
There, while they put together the charges, as Shimon said, and others get together the physical and forensic evidence that may tie him to this New York murder.
Josh Campbell, back to you, because Michael brought up something I found interesting. Obviously, in a lot of cases, forensic experts will look at a firearm and doing an analysis of the sort of grooves that are on the bullet, the impression that is left on a bullet, and it helps to tie, obviously, guns to certain incidents. I wonder how that might change, given that this is a ghost gun that officials believe was potentially printed by a 3D printer.
Well, so the ghost gun aspect would make it more difficult to try to tie it to past crimes. And we know that the bullet shell casings obviously recovered from the scene of the crime. That could be tested. The fact that we didn't hear of any matches to past crimes tells us that, this is something that he may have, procured recently. Maybe he put it together himself, and maybe he's never used it before in the commission of lab to show this kind of testing. So they would take this gun into one of these facilities. They actually do a test to capture the bullet that is fired, but also the shell casing that gets ejected. And then they essentially take it under a microscope and actually look for those unique patterns. Whenever the shell casing makes contact with that gun, there are unique markings that law enforcement can look at. And what they're trying to do is see, is there a match? When
they're looking for the striations. But yeah.
One of the major stories that we have been following for you, the manhunt in the unidentified gunman approached UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson has now reached its 5th day. We all remember what happened early Wednesday morning in New York. The suspect opened fire outside the New York Hilton Midtown in Manhattan and then vanished into the streets of the Big Apple, prompting a large-scale manhunt. And we've seen new images, we've seen new video, but we have not been able to locate the suspect. That is what is New York.
This video was talking about his timeline. That's all I wanted to see.
A time line here of the shooting, and I want to kind of go through that for you right here on Live Now from Fox. Kind of gives you a detail of the map to what we all know. So number one there on the screen, at 6:44 in the morning, the victim is walking alone towards the New York Hilton Midtown after exiting his hotel across the street. And then number two moment there, the shooter, who is lying in wait alongside the building, fires at him. Then number three, the shooter then runs to an alleyway there across the street between 54th Street and 55th Street. Then once at West 55th Street, the shooter continues to walk on 6th Avenue, where he gets onto a bike. The shooter rides north on 6th Avenue towards Central Park. And then at 6:48, the shooter rides the bike into Center Drive there. And then we all know what was happening. And next, the suspect goes to Central Park, was able to drop a backpack there. Inside that backpack containing Monopoly money. So once again, trying to put some egg on the face of the police and the investigators as we are all talking about this manhunt now entering the 5th day. They believe that the suspect sometime in that morning hour then went on a bus, and we do not know where that person then went next. Obviously, they are continuing to try to look really at every possible angle here of the videos that they are getting, but still need the help from the public there, as well as anybody that might know something about this shooting that really scared so many New Yorkers and really across the country there. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on this major story for you. Earlier today, scuba divers were also with the New York Police Department. We're seeing scouring.
All right, so they tracked his whereabouts for a little bit until he went into the park. After that, he was gone. They still had problems for trying to find him They still had problems trying to find him, but like I said, he was found in Pennsylvania.
Held in Pennsylvania this hour.
Yeah, well, Kira, as you said, we know there is a lot of overlap between this man being questioned and the suspect that the NYPD has been looking for. First of all, sources tell us that this person in Pennsylvania had a fake New Jersey driver's license that actually matches the one the NYPD, the suspect, used to check into a Manhattan.
You know what I'm thinking? If he had took the mask off and he got rid of everything, if he just act regular, that person, what did he do for that person at McDonald's to want to call the police on him? Because that photo like this photo, it don't seem like the photo that they were showing. This don't seem like the photo they were showing. It don't look like the person to me. Like he concealed his identity enough to where he don't look like that. I wouldn't have thought, if I had seen him in a store, I wouldn't have thought anything. And I'm following the case. Yeah, I know. What's the significance of the monopoly money? I don't know. But yeah, he left a bag full of monopoly money. He don't look the same. He would have went right past me like, hey, what's up, and kept it moving. Shooter wouldn't walk. He would have walked right past me. He was able to conceal his identity enough to where I still wouldn't have known. I mean, the eyebrows, yeah. But even with the eyebrows, I wouldn't have thought anything. He'd have went under the radar. He must have been acting strange in McDonald's. That's what happened. He did something in McDonald's for them to want to call the police. Okay, you said, is it true the judge just ordered Jane Doe to reveal the identity in the Jay-Z thing? I'm going to have to get to that when I come back. I'm going to come back. Trust me, after this, I'm going to come back. Because the lawyer did request for her identity to be released. It will be released. It will. It will eventually be released. Just like all the other Jane Does. It will. He has a right to know who it is. So yeah, definitely at some point we'll know the name. But, okay, cool. We want to know the Jane Doe. I want to know who the celebrity B is. How about that? But yeah, I wouldn't have never suspected this guy. He'd be like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I'm good, man. Everything good? I don't care. He could have had the same outfit on and I still wouldn't have thought anything. So he did something at McDonald's. He did something because you know why? Maybe he was under pressure. He's been running for so long. The climate was kind of cold out. So when you don't, he probably was not getting that much sleep. So he probably was acting crazy. That's the only thing I can think of. He had to have been acting crazy if he kept the gun and everything on him. You know you're supposed to ditch it. Because look, if they had called the police on him, right? And the police might not have thought anything. But then when they searched him, he got the gun on him and a manifesto. They're, oh, this is the guy. But if he had threw all that stuff away and like, guys, I'm sorry they called the police. It's just I haven't eaten in a couple days. I broke up with my girlfriend. You know, like that. They probably wouldn't have arrested him. He don't look like the person in the photo. Now, my question is, did his family contact the authorities? Because you know his family had to have seen him on the video. They had to. His mother, parents, they know their son. Yeah, he found a way to stand out without doing it. He did something crazy in McDonald's. But I'm gonna tell you something. For some whatever reason, when I had went to the McDonald's, everybody was staring at me, yo. Everybody. And it wasn't that I was being paranoid. Even though one of the customers was waiting for the order, she noticed it. She said, "Did you do anything?" I said, "No. No." I said, maybe they just want to get a good look at me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I said, I want to ask them if they want to take pictures, and sign autographs or whatever. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just look like a star. I don't know. But he did something. Because normally, I'm just being funny, but normally they don't think nothing of you when you come in McDonald's. Even me, they don't. They'll stare, but that's about it. It's just, that's what they do. When you stand in there and that's but if you do something crazy, yeah, they'll call the police. You'll do, if something happened, yeah, they'll call the police and whatnot. But he did something. He probably blurted out something or something, because he wasn't getting no sleep. He probably didn't have no shower. He probably smelled like nature and shit, for sure. Yeah, he was acting unusual. That means he ain't had no sleep. He acting crazy. And for him to do this, he probably losing his mind anyway. For him to do this, because no average person gonna go out here and murk no CEO. That's not happening. You got too many other things to worry about. Bills are due, stuff like that. You're not worried about going to get at some CEO, no matter what their practices are. Now, yeah, no matter what. Yeah, but there's people out here dressing like him now, like praising him. So they better be careful for a copycat. Better be careful. You said McDonald's Monopoly game got busted as a scam. It's crazy, man. So he did all of that and got caught at McDonald's.
Manhattan hostel before the shooting. He has a gun that was similar to the one used in the shooting, and he was traveling through Altoona on a Greyhound bus. Now, you'll remember that the NYPD said he took a Greyhound bus from Atlanta to New York City 10 days before this murder. So just a lot of overlap here. Local law enforcement is telling the NYPD that they think that this is their suspect.
I'm going to say something real quick. Social media, it can trigger you. You got to be careful, okay, with the stuff you listen to on social media, with all the conspiracy theorists. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. I was so woke one time that I became angry. You said, where are his side teeth? They're small. His side teeth are small. You know you know what's weird about that? I had an accident and my tooth fell out, right? Did you know I had a tooth growing back? I had to go to the dentist, so I thought it was I had some kind of growth in my mouth or something. You know what the doctor said? He said, that was your baby tooth. It never fell out. That's what he told me. He said it happened sometime. You had a baby tooth that never came out. And when it knocked out, the other one was trying to grow in because it was hurting me. It cut the gum and everything. And they had to take that out. I had a baby tooth that never fell out. That's crazy. It was on the side. It was on the side, but it had grown normal though. That was crazy. He said it happened sometime. I'm like, I thought you're supposed to lose all your teeth. He said, obviously you didn't lose them all. And okay, so this guy again. I don't know how he knew where that guy was, man. That's what's bothering me. Maybe he did his research though. He was losing his mind because, like I said, the average person is not going to go after nobody. But you got to be careful what you listen to on the internet, because, I was woke so much one time. You know how, like, when I was younger, it was like 16, 17. I was starting to buy all these books, and I bought Message to the Black Man by Farrakhan. I read that. I read some stuff by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I read some stuff by Dr. Ben and Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. I had all those books. Okay, I had Behold the Pale Horse. You name it, I had it. I was a conspiracy theorist, right? And I was so into it, I got mad over slavery. Like, as it happened yesterday. I was mad about it. And then I was going to these groups, like in New York. We were having like these group meetings, and this guy, he was like, yeah, at some point we're gonna have to take matters in our own hands, man. At some point, okay, we're gonna have to do violence at some point. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. Now at this point, I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't doing all that. But you start reading all these books, and then you start and then I started getting into UFOs. I started getting into the conspiracies. I was a nut for a minute. I was a straight up nut. I was convinced of all types of stuff, man. Now, do I think UFOs exist? Yes. But we can't reach them because they got some type of technology where they're far greater than us. They are. They gotta be. And but I was like, yeah, then I started believing that aliens walking amongst us. For the whole 2-year stretch, I lost it. I was believing in serpent people, and I read so many books, man. Like, it was crazy. Like, so then I snapped out of it. Okay, college girl. Tim said she used her. Okay, we got a troll here. Talking about she used her fingers every night in the bath. Well, Tiffany, you gotta go on to the bushes. Yeah, just the wrong page here. That's the wrong page. You need to go to OnlyFans. We ain't talking about OnlyFans. You said, Max, please change the subject. Max, please change the subject. Max, the movie. Why you keep telling me to change the subject? Change what subject? Oh, you trolling me too? Because you keep saying, please change the subject. Next, the movie they lived was in a documentary. They Live was a documentary. Dude, I was into the reptiles and all that. I was like, yo, these reptilians and I was into it. Going to meetings. I had all types of books. I was driving myself crazy. So then, after a while, you got to get out of the conspiracy. Like, some of this stuff is not conspiracy, but like I said, what are you going to do about it if you know all this knowledge? What are you going to do? You going to stop the aliens? Like, what's going to happen if there's reptilians around? What you going to do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You're not going to do anything about it. Nothing. You just keep living your life. The bills still got to be paid, whether they live around or not. You would drive yourself crazy. That's why I don't talk about this stuff like this on YouTube, because it's conspiracy talk. It is. And then I had a book about the shadow government and, this and that. I was into that too. I'm like, and then I was the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderbergs, the Council of Foreign Relations, you know what I'm saying? CFR, the whole pyramid. you know what I'm saying, they used to meet in the caves and the the skull and bones, the boule. I was into all of it, man. So what I'm saying is, it could drive you crazy after a while. So it could drive somebody to do something they don't want to do. Like that it could drive somebody mad to want to do something like this. That's my point. He's a smart guy. He probably read all types of books, and you know, he knows this is corrupt. This is corrupt. They making money. Somebody got to do something about it, and he took it. He took it in his own hands. Nothing beats a lone gunman. Nothing beats a lone gunman. So it's crazy. Then there was a old high school classmate of mine. He had a medical condition. He went crazy. He locked himself in the room for the whole summer. Only time he came out was to use the bathroom. He went right back in his room for the whole summer. His mother had to bring him his food. Then finally, it was a foul odor coming from his house. And she got tired of it and then called the police. And they took him to the psych ward. Somebody car backfiring. But well, the pipes they got on the car. But yeah, man, it's you will literally you read so much because remember I had the Behold the Pale Horse book. I had that book. And so I let somebody hold it. They never gave it back to me. I had the original one. You know, it had about, you know, this different things about aliens and how the movie E.T. was real. And then how they caught one of the aliens and the aliens started beefing because he got caught. And he wanted to get out and they didn't want him out. He died up in there. Yeah, I was into all that crazy shit. Yeah, I think he lived in Hawaii. He's from Maryland. Phil, Antoine, Philip. Yep, that was right after high school, man. That was in 90. That was, yeah. That happened to him. Yeah, that Behold the Pale Horse thing was, yeah. And then, you know, here recently they were talking about how some pilots, they seen some anomalies that they can't explain. They seen some things in the air that they can't explain it, and they all have said the same thing. So there's something up there. They said it was one thing that was caught. They were trying to chase it, but it had no trace or nothing. It was just moving. It was darting in the air. It had no propulsion. It was like defying the laws of physics. The way it was moving. And the only thing I can explain is if that is true, it could be it could be a government testing something on us, or it could be, if that's them, they obviously defy the laws of time. That means they're from another dimension. That's the only thing I can explain it. For them to be able to travel like that. That's the only way I could be able to explain it. But out of this vast universe, yes, I do believe there's life out there. And I do believe that there's an intergalactic council. Yes. However, I had a book one time. I was convinced there was people on the moon, yo. Yep. I bought I even got so deep with it, I brought a microscope. I mean, a telescope, so I could see them. But somebody said they're on the dark side of the moon. And then I started saying, yo, we never seen the dark side of the moon. We never seen it. Why don't we send can't we just send a satellite up there and circle the moon? Why can't we do that? Because there's something on the dark side of the moon. I was going nuts, yo. Yeah, so I get it. It could drive you crazy. You have to take the information for what it is. You can't do nothing about it. You said I kicked the freak out. She was just trying to change my vibration. Nah, she was a troll. Or he. Could have been a he. Okay. Using that account. Yeah, it was a guy that I used to follow on YouTube. He was kind of like special, right? And he met this girl online. She took him for all his money. He was staying with her because he traveled from his place. I don't know how his mother allowed him to do that, but he got in the car and left. Went to Pennsylvania to be with her, and she took all his money. Yeah, I know who Gary McKinnon is. That's your favorite Pink Floyd album? Yeah, man, the dark side. We never seen the dark side. And then I heard all the stories about Buzz Aldrin and what's the other guy name? Buzz Aldrin and what's the guy name? The astronaut. Said that he saw something when he went up there, and that's if they even went up there. If you ever go to the museum and see that the capsule that they flew in, it's crazy. Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong, that's what I'm talking about. Neil Armstrong. So it's like, hey, Karen, how you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, Neil Armstrong. So I was going crazy for a minute. Okay? I had all these books in my room. I mean, all these books. And I was reading them. I had them bookmarked, everything. And then you start to find like minds that agree with the conspiracy stuff. So I'm on YouTube. Like, then when YouTube happened, then I started finding people on YouTube with the conspiracies. Now, I never believed in a flat earth. I must say. I never did. Okay, never believed in a flat earth, but if you go listen to some of these flat earthers, they no joke about it. I'm telling you. This guy was in the airplane. He said, I don't see a curvature. I was like, dude, you're not that far up. That's why. You know how big this planet is compared to you? You're not going to see it. No, I never heard of him. Eric Van Danken. I may know him by face. I'm gonna have to go look. You said Jay-Z planning to flee the country. Why are you saying that? I mean, for me, that wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm like, hey, baby, how would you want to go, kids, you want to go see Uncle Russell? You want to go see Uncle Russell? We haven't seen Uncle Russell in a while. Yep. Let's go see Uncle Russell. Dad, who is Uncle Russell? You about to find out. Pack your bags. Let's go. Let's go now. Let's go see Uncle Russell. I'm done rapping. Okay, so this artist called Beanie Siegel. I just listened to Jay-Z diss song he did 10 years ago, and oh my God, he knew something. Let me give you for those that want to know what song it was. let me give you the song. It's called Average Cat. Just type it on YouTube, Average Cat, Jay-Z Diss, Beanie Siegel. It's on Beanie Siegel's channel, actually. But just type in Average Cat, Jay-Z Diss. And you're going to be like, oh my God. You said, Max, if you believed in the flat earth, I would unsubscribe and never come back. Now, I do know about why they think the earth is flat. I do know why. But this person did a diagram. Yo, let me explain what this one guy did. Okay? This one guy said if you take a plane and go up in the air, he just rose the plane up in the air. He had a globe, right? He raised the plane up in the air. He said, how the hell you gonna get to Australia? How you gonna get there? He said, then he started flying the plane upside down. And then he said, then you turn the plane and land in Australia? No, fool. No. It seemed like you're going straight across because that's how big the earth is. That's how big it is, and it's rotating. We don't feel that it's rotating. I'm glad we don't. Because if we did, we'll be off this planet. We'll be thrown. We won't know it, though. We'll be dead. It'll fly us into outer space. But, yeah, I know about all that stuff. Because I'm like curious, right, to see why they think this way. And they always say, as above, so below. You hear that too. As above, so below. Well, that is true. The planet is in outer space. Okay? And we don't know how the outer space is just so damn vast, we can't even like comprehend how big it is. So yes, there's nothing under us or above us. Nothing. So it's just there. And how the planet, and then, you know what somebody said, well, how do we know the planet ain't like traveling in outer space and about to hit something? Like, it's crazy, dog. It's crazy how people, but then you'll get so paranoid that you'll lose your mind for a minute. Even if some of the stories are true, nothing you could do about it. Okay. If there's alien people, what you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Now, as above, so below. It's fact. Right. I mean, it's what it is. Now, they are trying to populate another planet, which is a good thing to do, just in case if something happened to this one and life could be able to exist. We'll still continue. Well, actually, if we had a cataclysmic event, a life-ending event, life will start again. But it'll take billions upon billions of years because we still have the elements on this earth for life to start again at some point in the right conditions, the right temperatures, it'll start again. But, yeah, but what are you going to do? Nothing. I was into the whole doomsday clock, in the year 2000. And then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. So what time is doomsday? Because on the East Coast is a different time. In Asia is a different time. So what time really is doomsday? So then I got out of that. I was like, this is bullshit. Ain't nothing going to happen. And then year 2000 happened, and what happened? Nothing happened to our clocks. Nothing. And then I used to believe that time didn't exist. There's no such thing as time. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. Oh, and it's funny that there's this guy here named Apex. I used to follow this channel called Apex. way back in the day. They claimed that they were talking as a time traveler and shit. Oh my God, yo. I was into all types of stuff. Yeah, I mean, man. I even seen the video of the Kennedy funeral. I could have sworn it was a time traveler in that. It was crazy. Now, if you do look at the Kennedy funeral thing, the guy did stick out. He didn't look right. He didn't look like he was supposed to be there. He looked like he's in our time back then with the clothes he had on and everything. It was kind of strange. And if you go look at the Kennedy funeral, you'll see it. Like the funeral procession from in DC. When the people are walking, you'll see a guy. He looked like he was from our time. That was the crazy part. Yeah, then they said the Mayans predicted the world about to end. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember people were joking about like, yo, man, what you gonna do? The world ended tomorrow. Nothing. I guess we ain't got to pay no bills. World about to end. We all done. I mean, we just relax. I mean, we all about to go. I've heard of Art Bell. Yep, heard of him. But some of these guys, they really believe what they're saying, though. They really do. And it's cool. I mean, let's say if, like I said, the reptilians exist, what are we going to do about it? Like, okay, you know they exist. Okay, then what? You said time is used to make you age from worrying about time. Bay Area stand up. Yeah, nothing we can do. Nothing whatsoever. You said don't let McDonald's be your last. Yeah, don't go in McDonald's, you're going to do a caper. Because this wasn't the first time somebody got found out at McDonald's. It was, remember that shooter in Atlanta? It happened in Atlanta. It was a shooting and he was found in the McDonald's. Somebody called the cops on him. Yeah, they said he was a valedictorian of his class. Yeah, he was a valedictorian in high school. And then he went on to college and got his master's in engineering. And then at some point he lived in Hawaii, in Honolulu. Shit, a few weeks ago, I thought McDonald's was going to be my last meal. I got sick. I said, I ain't eating no more McDonald's. I got sick, man. You said Mac Dre went to Hawaii, too? You think he'll use a public defense? He probably is. It's something about, like you just mentioned, Mac Dre. It's something about his death that don't seem right. Like, I was going to entertain it again. It didn't seem right the way he passed. Something happened. I think he was, like, set up or something. And he was totally independent, too. He was. And he had a huge following. Huge following. But he was independent. Yeah, hey, Chantel. Chantel, they caught the guy. Captured him. He said, someone go get the McDonald's employee because why are you calling the police? I'm telling you, man, McDonald's, man, you got to be careful in there. They be staring. You got to be careful. You gotta be careful. They on it. They on me. I know that. I can't go in there acting up. No, it's 50 bands. They got to give it to them. I do not want to hear that they didn't get that reward money. Because I would have said it. Hey, by the way, okay, y'all got him. Okay, you the one call the cops? Yeah, I was the one call the cops. Here's my address and my telephone number. Make sure, you know, that the amount is 50,000. They could be like, okay. I said, yeah, I need that. Because I'm the reason why y'all caught him. I'm the reason why y'all caught him, so I want that money. I want it tax-free. You know they're going to make them pay taxes on it. So it's not really 50,000. So, but anyway, I want it. You know, because I'm the hero. You know. I went back to get some coffee. Yeah, I've been back to McDonald's. But not to eat. Not after he did me dirty. I got done dirty too. Yep, I was on that porcelain throne for almost 24 hours. I lost weight. You said you go to Starbucks. Apparently this guy went to Starbucks as well. You said that's why you stick to Starbucks. Their food is bland to me. I don't like their food. I mean, it's simple, but I'd rather go to like Wawa or something, you know. Yeah, he wasn't no professional hitman, and we know that now. He's sitting up there having a gun on him when they capture him. He should have been got rid of that gun. What is wrong with him? He had to have started an argument in there for them to call the cops. He did something. He got out of pocket up in McDonald's. That's what he did. He did something. He yelled or he did something crazy. And look, maybe he wanted them to call the cops on him because he was tired of running. He did have a passport, but he didn't even get out the country. He probably didn't have enough money. There was another guy. This had to have been about 5 or 6 years ago. This guy followed Umar Johnson, right? He followed his teachings. Why did this guy have a shootout with the police and died? And then come to find out, he was a member of Umar Johnson and other people. These guys could trigger you, man. Like, you know, the government this, and they don't like you, and you're second class. They don't like you. If you tell the wrong person, you keep telling that, that'll trigger them to might want to do something. You can't listen to these people. Did I ever dive into the Deuteronomy 28 theory? I don't even know what that is. What's up with the Deuteronomy 28 theory? I didn't get that far. I got off the conspiracy stuff because it was too much. It was too much. And then I almost became a prepper. So that's how I knew I was done. Because that's your next level, to start prepping. Getting canned goods and everything. Okay? You start prepping. And once you start prepping, yo, there's a guy on YouTube right now, he done lost his mind. He's a prepper, right? This man got a basement full of canned goods. Basement. Now, my question is, if shit hit the fan, somebody gonna come in there and rob you for it. Like, you're not gonna have all them canned goods to yourself. And he said he mapped out a safe area. Like if shit hit the fan, he has a safe zone he could go to. Like who lives like that? But it's somebody for everybody because he found him a girlfriend that feel the same way. And so it's somebody for everybody. So they both prepping. And then they map out their getaway plan. So yeah, that's when you go too far with it. When you start prepping, now you're going too far. Yeah, the preppers. The preppers ain't no joke. They really feel like shit about to hit the fan. Oh, Trump about to come in office, stuff about to hit the fan. No, shit gonna hit the fan if you don't pay your taxes. That's when shit hit the fan. So it's like these people, like, I don't know, man. I just can't listen to them no more. We said always good to be prepared. Man, I ain't never prepared. If the lights go out right now, I'm out back. Right now, if the grid go down, I'd be in the soup kitchen. Because I don't have nothing prepared, nothing. I don't have no flashlights. The only flashlight I have is on my phone. Actually, I have one in the car, but they ain't got no batteries. Okay? They say you're supposed to have rations that'll last you. I don't have no rations that'll last me for 6 months. No, I don't. So I'm screwed. I don't have any MREs and all that. I'm screwed. So if something happened, then I'll be in the soup kitchen. That's where I'll be on the soup line. Get my rations. That's it. So I just pray nothing hits the fan like that, and we should be fine. I have a flashlight, it don't have no batteries in it. And I don't even know if it works anymore. It was one of them nice flashlights that really illuminate. But yeah, I don't have it no more. The best thing I got is a first aid kit, and that's it. But this kid is straight up screwed, man. He is. How do you have the gun on you at McDonald's? They may have seen the gun or something. He did something stupid. Yeah, I think it's like he had a chemical imbalance, so he lost his mind. That's what I think. It can happen. You said, Max, check that dude's YouTube channel. He had a YouTube channel? Did you send it to me on IG? Oh my God, yo. He had a YouTube channel? Let me see. Did you send it to me? Dog, he had let me find out he had a YouTube channel, yo. What's his YouTube channel name? I bet you he was a prepper. I bet you he was a prepper, man. He out there prepping. Guys, be careful of them preppers. I'm telling you. Nah, let me stop because I don't want no preppers listening to get mad. Because they ain't no joke. The preppers. Because I was gonna prep, and then I started thinking about it. What am I prepping for? Like, what's getting ready to happen? See, you in the mindset that something getting ready to happen, and you go crazy. Oh, you said, thanks, Medea. Max didn't see my message. Damn, Dorothy, I didn't, damn, I'm running my mouth. You said he looked like Dave Franco. Yeah, I'm telling you, if he walked past me, I wouldn't think he the shooter. And even though his face is plastered out there, he don't look like what we saw. Maybe he wanted to get caught. He did something he ain't had no business doing up at McDonald's. I'm gonna tell you what I would have did. I'm working at McDonald's because they ain't paying me enough. You know what I said? Get your ass out of here now. I'll tell the cops you weren't here. Just get out of here. Just get it. Stop doing the most and get out of here. Your ass about to get caught. Get out of here. Yeah, but I'm the dude. I'm the shooter. Dude, get out of here. Go. Cops come. Yeah, just some weirdo was in here. That's it. Get out my McDonald's. Yo, what if he's what if he's a subscriber? He said prepping is expensive. Then they have these certain suits, these boots that you gotta buy. That, it's certain hiking boots that you can go into. Because then I was thinking about you can go into the wilderness and live. Okay? Because some people practice it. They live in the wilderness for about a week. I promise you I can't live in the wilderness. There's bears out there. I can't live in the wilderness, man. There's bears and other stuff out there. Dude, I'm leery of deer. Yo. I went to go, I'll never forget, I was working at Domino's, right? I had a gig at Domino's delivering pizza, right? So I'm delivering to this lady's house and she had 2 deer on her property. Now, usually when you get out the car, the deer run. Nah, them deer weren't running. I said, nah, fam. And they had them big ass antlers and all that. Nah, yo, and the way he was like kind of posted up looking at me, I said, ma'am, here's the deal. She said, yeah, what is it? I said, can you come get your pizza, man? I said, can you come get your pizza? Because I'm prepared to reverse my car and get out of here. I don't care about getting fired. You're not getting your pizza if you don't come out here. I don't need your tip. Just come get the pizza. And she thought it was so funny. She actually tipped me too. And she was like, so I said, how come they not leaving? She said, because they nothing's gonna happen to them. They don't see you as a threat. I said, that's why. Come get your pizza, man. Cause I piss nature off for some reason. Like, yo, come get your pizza because they not moving. They was standing in her yard and they were like looking at me. So I was like, yo, does Medea got the YouTube channel yet? So I was like, you gonna come get this pizza or I'm prepared to drive away. I'm dead ass. That lady came out laughing so hard, she had to stop walking. She was laughing so hard. They still wouldn't move. And what did I do? I handed her that pizza right through the window. Here you go. I didn't get out the car. Nope. They supposed to run when you walk, and they supposed to run. They looking dead ass at me, and they big too. They weren't no small deer. They OG deers. Oh man. You said the shooter was mad at his medical premium increase. I don't know why he was mad, but I'm telling you, he probably was watching certain videos and got triggered. That's what happened. And then now he want to take matters into his own hands. Well, you don't have to do that in life. You don't got to take matters in your own hands. Just enjoy your life and try to laugh every day. When shit is hard. Shit hard sometimes. Sometimes life be life in you. It do. You ever been there when you had your last $20 in your pocket and ain't getting paid for 2 weeks? You ever been there? That's some real shit. And you can't get none for $20. But if you've been in that situation, $20 will stretch. If you've been in that situation before, you can stretch $20. You just gotta know what to do. You can stretch it. No, he was looking at all this funny stuff going on and got to his mind. That's what happened, man. And he took matters in his own hands. Now, let me see. I just sent you a screenshot. Okay, let's see. This man, I'm going to get the channel before they shut it down. Hold on. Okay. Let's look at it before they shut it down, yo. Let's look at it. Hold on. Let me act quickly. Because they getting ready to shut this bad boy down. Hold on. Let's see. Pep. Okay, let me cut and paste that. And then let's look at his YouTube channel. Thank you, Medea. All right, let's see. Damn, I know they didn't take it down. Hold on. Because they be on it. Because they don't want nobody else to see it. Okay, I got it. Video. He only got one video? Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me let y'all, you gotta see this. It says the truth. The truth, guys. That's what he got. The truth. If you see this, nah, somebody trolling, yo. Somebody trolling, man. That's all he got. He ain't got no sound. And he added this 2 hours ago. Well, he could have had it set to go out. He could have. I don't know if that's his YouTube channel. Okay, I can find it. Let's see. Damn, he got so many subscribers. Like in no time. Let me see when this channel. All right. He joined January 20th, 2024. Interesting. That could be him. It says MSc. He has an MSc and BSc in computer science at Penn. Yeah, that's him. Wow, he had this set to go out, yo. He had this he had the video you can have the video to go out at a different time. He had it to go out just to say this. If you see this, I'm already under arrest. Damn, he had it planned out. The truth. But what does all this mean? The truth. Soon. All is scheduled. Be patient. Bye for now. Oh, he got videos scheduled. He got videos scheduled to go out. He said all is scheduled. Be patient. Bye for now. Look at this. Jay-Z. Oh, Lionel. He on Jay. They on his ad. Guys, let me subscribe. No wonder he got a lot of subscribers. I'm gonna subscribe to him. Bruh, he got videos scheduled to go out. Yeah, so they gotta wait until his videos go out. He got videos scheduled, so he got things to say. Oh my God, this is gonna get creepy. You said they on his page saying free. Let me see. Let me go back to the comments. I didn't check the comments. I know I ain't gonna comment. You said this is a crypto launch announcement. I'm gonna lose my mind. Who's here in 2024? Imagine getting killed by some dude named Luigi. Maybe we are in a simulation. Hell of a way to tease a podcast. Oh, look, it's an interactive experience now. I don't know, yo. He got video scheduled to go out. That's what it is. So we're going to have to wait and see, because I'm on it now. Yeah, I'm going to follow his case, because he know people want the tea on it. He going to give it to him. I want to see. He might have his manifesto and all this stuff while he did it. So he got stuff waiting to go out. They probably going to end the channel. They probably got the videos by now. So we're not going to be able to see it. He got a hell of a lot of subscribers overnight. He looking crazy with that mask on, though. You see right there with him at the mask? Now that I see that photo, I still wouldn't think it's him. If he didn't have the mask on, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Because I don't be in people's face like that. You said that how did he know when to send out the videos? I think he wanted to get locked up. He may have done something at McDonald's for them to call the police. He probably said he did it right at McDonald's. I'm the one. Then call the cops, please. And then sat back down and ate his food. I still wouldn't have called the cops. I'm like, it ain't none of my, I think he trolling. But them eyebrows, though, yeah. I mean, the eyebrows kind of do give it away. But the problem is, with him without the mask on, I still wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known, man. But if he had did something crazy in McDonald's, then yeah, maybe. But he did something to get caught. He wanted to get caught, I think. Yeah, his brows are everything, man. He got some brows on him, don't he? It looked like he prepped them. Like he had them manicured or something. He did something to his brows. Yeah, people don't mind Miss LA going to prison. He said it had to be done. He had to do it. But they not going to let the public see his videos. He said the truth. Maybe he about to snitch. I don't know. What y'all think? I don't know, man. This story is crazy. Now, Jay, his lawyer's all over it. They mad over there, yo. I'm just letting y'all know. They want to know who it is now. Which they are going to know who it is. But his lawyer is on it. I'm about to go after this. I'm about to look on Pace to see what his lawyer talking about. Yeah, they call him a light-skinned male, Eric. He's light-skinned. That's how we refer to each other. Light-skinned, bright. He light-skinned now. Yeah, they caught him. And he wanted to get caught, I think. Well, he might be up in there with Puff when they extradite him. Wouldn't that be crazy? He'd be sitting up there with Puff, man. I wonder what Puff will say to him. Why? What's up, man? I'm Puff. You say he looks Middle Eastern. He look Italian. If he said he was Italian, I believe him. I mean, look at his name. Luigi Mangione. That's my Italian name. Now, imagine, what do you think? Did his family call the police or something? Like, yo, that's my son or something. What if they didn't say anything? Then you know the police questioning them. How come you ain't tell us that was your son? You see them brows on him. You know that's your son. No, y'all said he was just light-skinned. I don't know. They thought he could have been black. So yeah, man, that's what's happening with him, Mr. Mangione.
Fact. NYPD detectives, we were told, are now heading there themselves to question him. Sources telling us that a witness recognized this man when he walked into a McDonald's in Altoona, as you said, from the images that police have been circulating.
Do we know who made the tip via that McDonald's? Was it just a citizen that recognized his face from all these images that we've been seeing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what police are saying right now, that he walked into this McDonald's and a witness recognized him again from those images that have been circulating. We've really seen them all over social media. And video obtained by ABC News really seems to match police narrative that Brian Thompson, the UnitedHealthcare CEO, was targeted by his shooter. You know, in the video, you mentioned this, you see this.
Okay, was it a McDonald's employee or was it somebody in there? It could have been somebody in there that's ratted him out. 911, what's your emergency? He's in here. He's in here right now. I can't hear you, sir. 911, he's in here right now. The shooter, he's in here. Okay, where are you at, sir? Okay, I'm at the McDonald's on such and such Boulevard. He in here right now. Come in here. He in here now. Like, how can you do that? Or you go outside and call. You said McDonald's employee. They said, okay. Now they saying someone in there. It probably was McDonald's employee. You said one of his family members was sick and insurance did not pay. They got to get an employee to $50,000.
Man lying in wait. You see him loitering as others wander by, but as soon as Thompson walks up to the Hilton in Midtown, the killer appears to spot his mark. He runs across the street, opens fire. Seems like he was really keeping an eye out specifically for Thompson. And sources tell ABC just a couple of minutes ago, police recovered writings from the person in custody. So they're interested to see those, to see what they might reveal about a motive.
All right, Rena, we'll keep checking in with you to see if indeed this is the man. Be a big break. Thanks, Rena. Hip-hop mogul Jay-Z denying allegations that he raped a 13-year-old girl more than 20 years ago, and his attorney is actually challenging the victim's attempt to remain anonymous. This all comes as an amended lawsuit was filed yesterday, a woman claiming that Jay-Z joined Sean Diddy Combs in sexually assaulting her at a VMA's after party in 2000. That lawsuit originally only named Diddy as the defendant, but was refiled over the weekend to include Jay-Z's name as well. Now, Jay-Z is strongly responding to those claims, accusing the woman's lawyer of blackmail and questioning why the filing was a civil lawsuit rather than a criminal filing. All right, let's bring back our Brian Buckmeyer, working a number of stories for us today. So, Brian, let's start with Jay-Z's attorneys challenging this.
Now, that's the attorney you need right there. Brian Buckmeyer, he's a good attorney. That one right there, he's a good one.
Petition to proceed anonymously, this accuser. What's significant to you about this filing?
So the significance of it plays two aspects. One, a defense will say that in order to properly ascertain the facts of the case so that they can investigate on their own, ask their clients what could or what did or did not happen, they need to know the name of the individual. And that's probably like the more like benign reason as to why you do that. The other reason is that oftentimes in naming people, the lawsuits go away. But this is an amended lawsuit, and we already saw a judge address similar issues when Sean Combs raised this issue back in October and November when the lawsuit first came out. And the judge then said, because of the age of the victim at the time and the facts that they had, that the Jane ain't a Jane Doe.
Got it. All right. So what about the point that Jay-Z is making? Why is this a civil matter and not a criminal one?
So the reason why it's a civil matter is because in New York, we have these laws that allow for what's called a look-back window. The Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act allow for someone to bring up a sexual assault civil claim, or in this case, a rape claim that is past the statute of limitations. It can't be a criminal case because the allegations are this happened on September 7th. Yeah,
that's what I was saying. It's past the statute of limitations. So he said, why don't you bring forth a criminal trial? They can't, Jay. It's past the statute of limitations. So as I said that last night, no, you can't have a criminal trial for this.
2000 after an MTV VMA's after party, and that would be more than 20 years ago. 20 years being the statute of limitations for statutory rape. So this person could not file file a criminal lawsuit through a district attorney because of the statute of limitations.
Got it. All right. And let's talk about just the impact that this could have on Sean Combs' case. And then what happens next for Jay-Z?
So Sean Combs has a pretty strong argument of saying for all of these civil cases, that they should be paused because he has a kind of bigger fish to...
Of a senseless act of violence. Our office...
Wait a minute. What just happened here? They just cut out. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, man. Jay, it's past the statute of limitations, man. So you said, Max, there's 4 years left on the statute of limitations. No, it's 20 years for that. It's been 24 years now. They 4 years past the statute of limitations on that. But they could still file, through the Victims Act, they could file civil on them. No, did you hear what Brian Buckmeyer just said? He said they passed the statute of limitations. Didn't he say that? You said it's 28 years. No, that's not what Brian... Hold on, let's go back.
Defense will say that in order to properly ascertain the facts of the case so that they can investigate on their own, ask their clients what could or what did or did not happen, they need to know the name of the individual. And that's probably like the more like benign reason as to why you do that. The other reason is that oftentimes in naming people, the lawsuits go away. But this is an amended lawsuit, and we already saw a judge address similar issues when Sean Combs raised this issue back in October and November when the lawsuit first came out. And the judge then said, because of the age of the victim at the time and the facts that they had, that the Jane ain't a Jane Doe.
Got it. All right. So what about the point that Jay-Z is making? Why is this a civil matter and not a criminal one?
So the reason why it's a civil matter is because in New York, we have these laws that allow for what's called a look-back window. The Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act allow for someone to bring up a sexual assault civil claim, or in this case, a rape claim that is past the statute of limitations. It can't be a criminal case because the allegations are this happened on September 7th of 2000 after an MTV VMA's after party, and that would be more than 20 years ago. 20 years being the statute of limitations for statutory rape. So there
you go. There it is right there, folks. It's been over 20 years. We're in 2024. It's been 24 years since 2000. They're 4 years past the statute of limitations for a criminal case. That's why he cannot be brought up criminally on this. Now, if there's other cases that happen within the 20 years, yes, but this is past the statute of limitations. I said it last night. It's past the statute of limitations. You keep saying, no, it's 28 years. He just said it. He said it's 20 for statutory rape. All right, let's look it up. What are the statute of limitations on, let's just say, right, in New York? Where did this happen at? New York? All right, let's see. Okay, it says R in the first degree, Class B felony, no statute of limitations. That's what you're talking about. That means charges can be brought at any time after the crime was committed. So if it was in the first degree, yeah, there's no statute of limitations. In the second degree and third degree, no statute of limitations for second degree. If it involves a child under 18 and the defender, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. But did it happen in Did it happen in New York or did it happen in Connecticut? R in the third degree, 10 years from the date of the crime. Yeah, you're right. Okay, and it says in cases where DNA evidence identifies the perpetrator, prosecutors can file charges regardless of the statute of limitations in certain offenses. For criminal charges involving childhood abuse, the statute of limitations begin when the survivor turns 23. The Child Victims Act extended the time survivors of childhood sexual abuse can be civil lawsuits until they turn 55. For criminal charges involving childhood sexual abuse, the statute of limitations begin when the survivor turns 23. But that's not what she's claiming. She's claiming that they R'd her. So there's no statute of limitations. There's actually no statute of limitations in the state of New York if it happened in New York. So yeah, he could be brought up on criminal. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he can be. And he could be added into the superseding indictment if that's the case. So he's not out of hot water. Because what happens if the feds come in and name him as defendant number 2? Because right now we only have defendant number 1. That's Puff. But they named him as defendant number 1. Are they implying that there could be a defendant number 2? When the superseding indictment comes, we'll see. You said Celebrity B is Puerto Rican, PR. So thank you, Coco T. And who else told me? Coco T. Who else corrected me? It was Coco T and who else? It was quite a few people. But thank y'all for correcting me because, sometimes you got to do the research. Yes, there's no statute of limitations, man, because she said that he R'd her. The way she described it, he R'd her. There's no statute of limitations in New York. Even for second degree. If they charge him with second degree. But my thing is, do the feds have video of it? If they have video of it, oh Lord. If they have video, he has to plea out. Okay? If they have video of it, he has to plea out. You cannot take that to a jury trial, Medea. Okay? Medea. You can't take this to a jury trial if they got video. Look, I'm talking to Medea because me and her are supposed to be good. Because watch what she say. Well, let's wait to see her response. No, Max, is going to a jury trial, Max. No. Medea, what if they have video? Medea, what if they have video? See, here she goes. She put the door icon. It's going to the door, meaning jury trial. We always say that's our thing. It's going to the door, meaning a jury trial. You know where I got that from, Medea? I got that from an old mobster. He said, I took it all the way to the door. I took it to the door, a jury trial. That's where I got it from, the door. Take it to the door. Because when they call the jury in, they open the door. So he taking it to the door. This is getting interesting because Jay-Z said, look, why don't you make it criminal? I didn't do anything. Make it criminal. And he said, I look forward to showing you how different I really am. You call it the box. I like that too. We call it the box. You take it all the way to the box. I like that. The box, the door. You think he working with the government? You said, well, if Diddy ain't taking no plea, Jay might. If they got some type of video evidence. Yeah, this is getting This getting crazy, Medea. This getting crazy, man. Yeah, Tony said, I'm a Marine. Yeah, he said that I'm a Marine. That's what I am. I'm a no, excuse me. My dad used to correct, he said United States Marine Corps. United States. Yep, United States Marine Corps. He said they had the problems they had back in the country, over in Vietnam, you know, people being, you know, segregated and stuff like that. He said, not when you got in that damn bush. He said it wasn't no segregation when you got in the bush. And when I was little, I didn't know what the bush was. I didn't know what he was talking about. But, you know, when I got older, it's the jungle. Oh, Superfly, let me see. Max, have you thought about that yet? All right, let me go back up. Look, he's been dropping clues because McDonald's does Monopoly game. That Monopoly money, what's the clue? Right. And he went to McDonald's. So he wanted to get caught. That's my thing. He wanted to get caught. You talking about the shooter. He wanted to get caught. He has a statement to make to the public. That's what that's telling me. I was saying earlier, Antoine, when Jay-Z, Antoine, let me read his, Antoine, did you hear Jay-Z's statement? Or should I read it to you? And I want you to tell me, because you're former military. And let me tell you something. Antoine is proud that he represented the United States in the Army. He's proud of it. So my question is, Antoine, have you heard his statement? Or should I read it to you? Yes or no? Everybody else heard. I want you to hear it, because you served in the country, and Medea, your daughter served in the country. Okay, so how would your daughter feel about what Jay said? And she served the United States and put her life on the line. How would your daughter feel? Now, my boy, he served in the Army. He said, I don't care what he said. But, he said, but. He gave me a but. He said, but the Marines don't play, man. He said, I'm just telling you that. He said, I served my time. He said, you know what I'm saying? I did it, you know, so I can get some education. But he said, yo, every Marine he know, they serve proudly. That's just the way it is. But some probably just look at him and just like, oh, that's a stupid comment. And that's about it. But they do band together. That's why I think the NFL is going to drop them. But I'm with you, Superfly, on the Monopoly game. And then also it was something about, were they allegedly scamming with the Monopoly? Yeah, he do care about his reputation. So he gonna take it to the door of the box. But do y'all think that Jay is in hot water now? He could possibly be named in that superseding indictment? Because if it is, guys, listen, the internet is gonna just fall down if that happens. Because that means they're gonna arrest him. Because I mean, he worth more than Diddy. They will straight arrest him, yo. Like if the indictment comes out, wherever he is, they gonna find him. Wherever they is, they gonna find him and make sure it's gonna be like a coordinated event. I will literally I'll fall in my seat if that happened. And you know the conspiracy theory is going to say, right? Oh, they're taking down hip hop. The two biggest names in hip hop are being taken down. That's what it seemed like, though. It do seem crazy, though. I don't know who these guys pissed off, but I think it was stemmed from that damn pre-Grammy speech. You said this is all a part of the play. You said while we're watching this stuff, the world is crumbling. We watching other stuff in the world. I see what's happening in Lebanon and all them places. We're not distracted. You said the Beehive is going to go crazy if Jay. They going to try to. They already calling for Beyonce to divorce him, Medea. They're already calling for it. Did you want the link, Medea, to give your thoughts and opinions? Because I don't think it's going to trial. Not if they have overwhelming video evidence. I don't think so now. But look, don't mind what I'm saying, because I've been wrong about everything. Okay, so guys, don't mind what I'm saying. Y'all know that by now. Like, yeah, whatever, yo. Because we were right about Jay. You weren't. Y'all can say it. Please say it. Because listen, whoever said that Jay, you think Jay next, press 1, because I'm giving y'all roses. Because I was wrong. Remember, I marked them safe. I'm wrong about everything. Okay? Everything. I ain't get nothing right yet. You said inside info, Beyonce and Jay-Z been separated. I heard that too, Ray. I've been wrong. Press 1 if you know I was wrong. I've been wrong the whole time. Just wrong as fuck. Just wrong. And you know the crazy thing is, y'all got me last night was y'all night. Y'all like, yo, man, you were wrong, yo. And I was. Man, you heard me mark them safe. So, Medea, don't worry about me saying they're not going to trial, because I've been wrong about everything else. So don't worry about it. It's going to the door. No, I haven't heard nothing about the mom. I know she looked like she's doing all right. Wait a minute. They're saying Beyonce mother liked the post about Jay and Diddy accusations. Because you know Beyonce and her mother like twins. That means Beyonce about to bounce. If her mother liked that post, yeah, she about to bounce, yo. So Beyonce, if you're listening, it's about time you find somebody regular. Okay? Somebody that know their position, like me, and I'll be your Stedman. You need a Stedman in your life. Okay? It's a PSA, and now Jay, I'm just bugging, Jay. Don't come after me. You need a Stedman Graham in your life. Oprah has a Stedman. How long Oprah and Stedman been together? You need a Stedman Graham. You too, Serena. You need a Stedman. Okay? Look at me. Look, talking to Serena too. You too, Serena. You need a Stedman. And Venus responded to one of my posts one time. She need a Stedman too. So what are y'all doing? Okay? What are y'all doing? Y'all need a Stedman over here. And I'm right here. Okay? I'm right here. Y'all need a Stedman because I played my position. You see what I'm saying? And that's it. I like to bump my gums, so y'all have to deal with me. I like to bump my gums on YouTube. But other than that, I will play my position. Okay? God damn it, you the queen of the Beehive. You don't need to be dealing with this shit. You need a Stedman. I promise you, if her mother and them heard, they'll be laughing their ass off. I promise you they would. I promise you. Because I don't waste no time to shoot my shot. I don't waste no time. Let me stop, man. Where Medea at? Medea, you want this link or what? Huh? You want this link to help me out? Because I'm going crazy. Listen, Beyonce, if you want your Stedman Graham, I'm right here. Because Oprah ain't got no problems with Stedman. You never heard about Stedman. No problems. Okay? No problems. Okay? You need somebody regular. Okay? Somebody funny. Okay? With a nice sense of humor. But you know the crazy thing is? She rocking with that bodyguard. What's that bodyguard name, dude? What's the bodyguard name? Because I seen him in New York one time. What's his name? That's her man, yo. What's his name? What's the dude name, man? Somebody give me his name real quick. Her bodyguard, what's his name? I seen this dude in the last time. It wasn't the last time I was in New York. You know how I be riding around? Just somebody said I be riding around doing nothing. Julius. Thank you. Julius. She wrote a song about him, dog. Did y'all hear me? She not possessed. Listen, she wrote a song about the bodyguard. She did. She did, man. Yo, if something happened to Jay, Julie is stepping in, yo. I'm just telling y'all that. Julius, man. Everywhere she go, Julius is there. Everywhere. In fact, the Beehive always be saying stuff about him. Because I remember at one of the shows, he was standing in the bottom of the stage, and he kind of came up, and then it got a reaction from the crowd. And before she started her song, she looked at him with that look and rolled her eyes. What that telling you? Huh? What is that telling you? That's her Stedman. That's Stedman right there. You said rumor of BS son is hit. I don't know, Dorothy. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I don't know. That's like beyond me. I don't know. Like when rumors come to Beyonce, I don't know. I don't really know the rumors. But I know people have said stuff about Julius, but no. I saw him in New York. That's a real dude. He said, "What up?" to me. He said, "What up?" I said, "Yo, what up, man?" He said, "Yeah, man, chilling. What up?" Just like that. I know she was around. Because he had the earpiece in his ear. Yep. And it was like about 10 o'clock at night. Yo, he just kind of like, "Yo, what up?" Just like that. You could tell he had other people around him. He wasn't just, whenever you see him walking with her, there's other bodyguards with him. You just don't see him. She has more than one, but he's the main one. But when she's walking or whatever, they have multiple around like that. Yep. He looked like he about 6'5", 6'6". Yep. I definitely ran into him, yo. She might have been eating in that restaurant I went past. It was a steakhouse. I forget the name, Tracks, something. It was some steakhouse in Manhattan. He was standing outside. You said, did you feel that earthquake? In California when they had it. But yeah, that's her standing right there, man. I'm just telling y'all. Because sometime when she's out of Europe, he stays in the same hotel with her, the same room in the suite. And I think she might have been doing that after what happened to Kim Kardashian. So he stayed with her. But he's been with her the whole time, so for a while now. But yes, Ray, I've heard that rumor that they might be separated. And that she was moving some of her assets allegedly. Or she could be doing that to protect her bottom line. You know what I mean? So they may, if anybody knows something coming, it's them. So, but I don't know, man. I think this hit everybody out of left field. You know, when Puff got raided, stuff like that. But Tony Busby, though, he sound like he got some receipts. You know, he going after Jay. Like, come on, man. And he not backing down. He was like, yeah, you can send your attorneys and all that, but we named you in this. I tried to give you an out, but you didn't want to take it. So this is what's happening. But I don't know if it's gonna. And he said whatever he has, he's submitting it to the government. He said that. Whatever receipts and videos he come across. But the fact that Jay responded and said, look, make it criminal. He's really trying to say I didn't do anything. Like, why would I say make it criminal and I didn't do anything? So, we'll see, man. I think his response could have been more professional, like had his PR team do it or his lawyer write a response. It don't sound like his lawyer wrote that response. All he had to do is say, look, these allegations are false. I'm 100% innocent of these allegations. And I am prepared to fight these allegations in court. That's it. That would have been enough. But he said that you are an ambulance chaser, and we all know he's not an ambulance chaser. I mean, he collected over $17 billion for his clients in the lifetime of his practice in law. That's not an ambulance chaser. That's one of the most successful attorneys in United States history that you're talking to. You said, Ray said when Diddy first went in, Jay and Bay was moving assets and a divorce was in the process then. Ray, I don't know who Ray is, but he might be an insider. But he going by Ray. Ray, give us a clue on who you are. Just give me one minute clue. Who are you, Ray? Yep, over 17 billion in his career. Ray, let's stay focused, man. Well, give us a clue, Ray. Who you are, Ray. Okay? Because you always say you got inside information, Ray. Ray, who are you, Ray? Can you give us a clue, man? Give us something, Ray. Okay, Ray, he in the void now. He ain't saying nothing. Okay, Rose, Ray, we got to stay focused. Ray, give us a clue. Let me stop. Oh, man. Give us a clue, Ray. Ray, give us something. Wait a minute, Rose. Y'all know each other? Rose, give us a clue, Rose. Give us something. We got some insiders up in here, man. Give us something. Just give me something to go on. See? Ray in the void, y'all. See that? I don't scare Ray off. Look, see how she said, at Ray, who are you? And she started laughing. Who is she? Who is he, Rose? No, don't tell me who he is, but Ray, give us a clue, Ray. Everything you don't set up here don't came true already. I've been watching you, Ray. Ray, I've been watching. Let me stop. I'm just cutting it up. That's all. But yeah, Ray don't disappear. Oh, there you go. He said, change your vibration. Okay. Is that your clue? Is that your clue? Change your vibration? And you put LOL. Is that you? Was that you, Ray? Okay. I said, give me a clue. And he said, change your vibration. He put LOL. Ray, an actor or something. You said, Max, hey, I don't know a thing. But you see doing the laughy faces. I'm on to y'all now. Y'all on my radar. You too, Rose. He just gave me a clue. He said, change your vibration. Yeah, Ray's somebody. Because every time he come up, he has certain information to give. And it's always true. Or he'll say something before it happened. Or something like that. But all right, Ray, I'm watching you. I'm on it. Because apparently I've been wrong about everything. So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. This Jay stuff hit me out of left field. It did. I know, Hush 7. I know. I be on the people. I do. But if she moving her assets around and stuff like that, she knows something. Like she knows something bigger is coming. Yeah, it said doing trauma, nothing good from the situation. I don't know, man. You said Ray, A.K. Love. Yeah, man. He just he probably shouldn't have said, you know, if you want, why don't you just go ahead and file criminal? It's probably too early to say that. I wouldn't have said it. I've been like, y'all, Mr. Busby tripping. I don't know what Mr. Busby talking about. Mr. Busby tripping. Okay. I don't know what Mr. Busby talking about. Mr. Busby over here tripping.
All right, did you hear about this? Rapper and music mogul Jay-Z is now being accused of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs during an MTV VMA after party in the year 2000. The rapper issued a blistering statement in response and directed his comments at attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, saying, quote, "You've made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am." Criminal defense attorney...
Hold on, stop. I look forward, okay, to showing you just how different I am. Andrew, I look forward to showing you how different I am. How would you take that if I said that to you? Andrew, I look forward to showing you how different I am. You said I meant brother love, joking. I don't know, Ray. And where did he? Ray's still here. Would that sound like, Ray? What if I said to you, Ray, I look forward to showing you how different I am. So go ahead with your little funny lawsuit. Go ahead. I'm just what'd he say? I'm just a young person from Brooklyn. Hold on, let me go back. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have strict code. Okay? Yeah, the Brooklyn coming out. He said, we don't play those type of games.
And honor.
We have strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Okay? I don't play that. Okay? But I'm about to show you how different I'm going to show you how I get down. I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Watch your back. That's all he needs to say. Look, watch your back. I hope you're not a jogger. Watch your back. I'm going to show you how different I really am. Not saying that he meant that, but it was just the way he said it. Let's see what they're saying.
Protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Criminal defense attorney Lexi Rigdon joins me now. Lexi, good morning to you. What a development here. So another thing Jay-Z said in his statement is that this was a civil suit filed against him. And he said these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one, essentially saying, if I really did these things, treat me the way I should be treated. So how should we be thinking about all of this? What do you think?
Well, that's some denial from him. And, sometimes celebrities have pretty muted denials, like, I'm not going to comment now, or I direct all questions to my lawyers. I actually admire the strength of the denial. I think that at this point, there's no objective indicia of reliability to this complaint. Now, obviously, things are going to play out and we're going to end up learning more. But if you look at it on its face, it's a 24-year-old complaint. Very significantly, he was not named in the lawsuit in the first instance when it was filed. The girl was allegedly 13 at the time it happened, and in the complaint it says that she had been given something and she was quote unquote woozy. And so I think that this just needs to be looked at in kind of a measured way. Unlike the media is treating some people in the media, Pete Hegseth being one of them, where they automatically hear an allegation and they run with it. I think that this needs to be treated in a measured type of way. We don't need knee-jerk societal reactions. Anybody can make allegations against somebody, and people who are rich and famous are particularly targets. And so obviously I don't know what happened, but I think it just needs to play out, and we need to give him the benefit of the doubt at this point.
Well, that's what Tony Busby is saying. So this federal lawsuit was originally filed in October. So interesting that we're only learning about this now. And then Tony Busby responded to Jay-Z's statement by writing this on X. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, meaning the defendant, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. We will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York declined to comment on whether the office is pursuing this case. So what happens next?
Well, who knows what's going to happen with that? I mean, we don't know if the feds are going to be looking into this. They may well be at this point. I think that there are people further looking into Diddy. I think there might be a superseding indictment coming, and probably looking into the people that he's associated with himself. But this also may well be beyond the statute of limitations. So it really just depends. I mean, as it stands right now, I can't imagine that there's enough evidence to necessarily bring something, because somebody's accuser saying something happened 24 years ago without more evidence is probably not going to be enough. But then again, we don't know what evidence she has. So it really remains to be seen if this is actually going to be passed on to the criminal authorities, or if they're working on it at this point.
All right, so jury deliberations in the Daniel Penny case are set to resume today after the judge dismissed Penny's second-degree manslaughter charge, which carried a 15-year prison sentence. A jury is now being asked to consider a charge of criminally negligent homicide, which carries a 4-year prison sentence. Tell us what criminally
of guilt or any acquittal.
So yeah, she was talking about Jay-Z. Let's see if she have any evidence to back it up. It has been 24 years. So I don't know, unless they have some type of video floating around or something. So what do y'all think? Yeah, it's going to be wild in 2025. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait. Like she said, you said, Max, you have a stalker. Yeah, we got to see how it plays out. That's what I'm in agreement with her. You say he needs something to go 10 toes down. It looked like he going 10 toes down now. So yeah, he got to have something, because this guy, he has some resources, and he said, look, I'm about to show you how different I am, man. Like, you got my name in this mess. You said, yep, with your address. Then he got to have something then, because this guy has resources to fight. So, and he said, let's just take it criminal then. Let's do that. Why do this civilly? Let's do it. Let's go criminal. He want them. He's like, yeah, file it. And we'll see how far this go. Yeah, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Yeah, well, this video was older. Then this is when they were still deliberating. So this an old video. I was just wanting to see what they were saying about Jay-Z. Yeah, that was 9 hours ago. You said he was, let me see. Daniel Penny. Yeah, not guilty on that charge that they were deliberating on. Because the other charge, they were kind of like deadlocked. He was found guilty of the death of Jordan Neely, the Michael Jackson impersonator. And he used to be on 42nd Street doing the Michael Jackson stuff back in the day. Yeah, and he put him in the chokehold. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, yeah, I know he filed for Jane Doe's name to come public. Yeah, he has a right to know who his accuser is. So that's the next thing. Eventually, he will know. It's a matter of time before her name is made public. Yes. Just like that other case where Jane Doe out of Canada, she had to, her name had to be there. So there will be eventually amended complaint with Jane Doe's name. Pretty sure of it. So we'll know. We'll get a little idea on who she is. But right now she's in Alabama. So it's crazy stuff, man. 2000. Let's see, what was let me see, Jay-Z. What was he doing? Yeah, he was a lot different back then. Stuff like that. That's the baggy pants era. And he knew Beyonce back then for sure. Now, let's see, Jay-Z too. She said this happened after the VMAs. Yep, this is him at the party. At the after party. At Radio City Music Hall. Yeah, him and Puff they was always seemed like they together. That's why I say, are they friends or associates? But look like they together, man. Look like they together, man. It's crazy. He was dating J-Lo then. Interesting. So she could be it. Celebrity B. Damn. She ain't out of hot water then. What is she like say, yeah, I was there. I didn't do nothing, but yeah, I was there, and like become government witness. This will just all that's when Busby and them were unleashed the Kraken. That's it. It's just going to be all the way up. He was with Beyonce in 2000. Him and Beyonce were together. Let me see. Well, he married her in 2008, but they were together then. Let me see. They were at least dating, I think. Yo, she had this video, man. I gotta find it. You know, the algorithm posted this video. Let me see. In 2002, Jay-Z and singer Beyonce collaborate on the song "03 Bonnie and Clyde." Yeah, they were together in 2000. It also appeared on Beyonce hit single "Crazy in Love." Yep, they were together in 2000. She gonna be like, you did what? Yep, they collaborated in 03. He'd known her back in 2000. They were together. They used to go to the Knicks games all the time together. You said in 2000 he was with Aaliyah and Blue Cantrell. Let me see. Jay-Z. Let me see something. I'm looking at him at a Knicks game in 2000, and Beyonce is right there. He was dating Beyonce in 2000 because I'm looking at the Knicks game. She was there. She was with him. You said late 01 they started dating. Or maybe they were just like chilling together in 2000. I don't know if J-Lo scared. She posted on her Instagram just her like look like she getting ready to go somewhere. Shit, if she turns government witness, she ain't scared. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'll be back. Let's see what's the latest on